We're here with the Frankston, Texas racer, Denny Gabbard. Frankston, Denny, here at Leesville 171 Speedway tonight for the 5th Southern United Professional Racing Series late model event of the 2016 season. First of all, before we dive in a little too deep here, of course, beginning of the year back at Boot Hill, you had a strong top 10. Before we go any further, how did this late model deal come about? You showed up in 2016, and by God, Denny's in a late model.
Well, Morgan Bagley helps me out a lot, and Wayman McMillan over at P&W, and I was going over there just trying to get some speed secrets from Morgan, and the old car was just sitting over there in the corner really doing nothing. They kind of retired it. So after maybe a couple 30 packs, we decided, well, sounds like a pretty good idea. So we went ahead and bought the car from them, and they've helped us out a ton on it. And so they've been a real big influence and helped us out a lot. So.
How's this Club 29 race car been so far? I mean, I'm not sure you can base it off anything because you haven't raced so many late models in the past, but it seems to be a good piece, you know, across the late model world. Of course, Dennis Erb Jr. just wins a $100,000 Black Diamond Club 29. Of course, in conjunction there, very successful program. How's it been for you?
Yeah, I mean, it's a big learning curve for us, and we've had the last couple races a few fuel issues that we haven't got worked out, and the main thing with these cars is you really have to adjust the car to the racetrack. If you don't, you know, guys like John Mitchell and all them guys, they're going to adjust their cars on to the racetrack, and they're really good at what they do. So it's very humbling. I mean, you know, we've got a good race car. We just have to learn how to adjust it.
You've had some strong runs, like I said. You got a 7th place finish in your first time ever over at Boot Hill. When you hop out of the limited, you've raced in the mod. I mean, you've driven the modified, you've driven the limited. A lot of racers have transplanted over. Speaking of Timothy Culp, I mean, really the list could go on and on. Shane Hebert. A lot of guys have translated well from both the mod. I don't know if it's from when going from the skinny tire to the big wide tire, but did you feel that transition was easier having the experience you've had in the past in both of those series of cars?
Most definitely. I mean, just running on that small tire, you know, it's hard to get traction, and you're slipping and sliding a lot. And you know, there's kind of a misconception about these cars with the big tires and the better brakes and the big wing, but you know, you're going so much faster. So you know, you really have to drive the car, you know, really aggressively, you know, because like I said, these guys are so good and they're doing it. So it's definitely a hard car to drive as far as the speeds and the corner speeds you're carrying. But no doubt, I mean, coming off the small tire definitely helps us a little bit, I think.
That's one thing Ricky Ingles told me. The corner speed is one thing from whenever he raced back in, you know, the late 90s, early 2000s, before he hung up the late model stuff. He said was significantly different was the corner speed in these cars these days. Lee Davis told me the same thing. It's just unbelievable. Technology's really come a long way, Denny.
Yeah, the shocks that we're running, and you know, the spring packages, and the cars are just really getting in the racetrack, and you know, you can almost run them in wide open. So you know, you almost just have to, you know, kind of throw caution out the wind and get it in there, and so you know, we like a little drier stuff. So hopefully we'll dry out tonight and help us.
Ever raced here at Leesville before?
Yeah, we raced a mod down here a few times. Not too much. I think it's just enough to kind of be familiar with the racetrack, but you know, at the end of the day, it's dirt and it's round. So,
any expectations this weekend?
We'd like to get some top 10s, you know, with our DNFs. It really hasn't helped us much. So, you know, some top 10s would really be nice.
Thanks a lot for your time, Denny. Best of luck here this weekend.
Thank you, guys.
It's Denny G out of Frankston, Texas, getting ready to gear up and gun down $2,000 here tonight at Leesville. We're here with Oakdale, Louisiana racer Derek Perkins. Derek, a very well-accomplished racer in late models, modifieds, limited modifieds, and you look around the pit area here at Leesville 171 Speedway, and you got a lot of Wing 600s. Now, these cars, it seemed they went extinct there for quite some time, and I've seen you've really been working something up to get your kids in these cars to learn the dirt track stuff and kind of get out here and have some fun. Tell me a little about what's been going on, man.
Yeah, we started off, there ain't been no cars here, and my oldest one wasn't old enough to run where he needed to, so he wanted to do the tussle shootout. So we started here, and Mr. Ben gave us a weekly class, and we started with 5, and we averaged about 14 cars now.
You had 20 plus down at Thunder Valley, though, a couple of weeks ago, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, we had some from Oklahoma, Texas, Mississippi, had 3 cars coming out of California, but the rain messed us up. We had about 50 scheduled.
It goes to show that these guys are really looking for a place to race. I mean, all over the area.
Oh, yes, sir. I agree. We went to Greenville, Texas over and raced, and they run for like $350, and they had 93 cars.
Wow. Your son Blaine, he's a heck of a wheel man. How old is he now? 13, 14 years old? Or am I jumping the gun? I'm wrong every time.
Yes, sir. He just turned 12 in November.
That's it.
He runs limited, mini sprint. Pretty much he'll wheel anything you put him behind.
He'll be driving this 00B Limited Modified here tonight. Will you be behind the wheel in any capacity?
Yes, sir. I'll be behind 22 Modified, 5 Street Stock, 13G Modified, and the 0 Mini Sprint.
Triple duty tonight for Derek Perkins out of Oakdale.
Yes, sir.
How taxing is that on you as a racer? I mean, especially if these classes go back to back to back. I mean, how do you manage that?
Oh, it's pretty hard. I have a lot of good help, and everybody can read the cars as good as we can, and Blaine gives pretty good feedback, so that helps out a lot.
Tell me about your youngest one here. I don't believe I've ever yet met the young man. So tell me how old he is, what's his name and everything. Tell me a little about him getting behind the wheel.
My youngest one named Tayton Perkins. He drives the 24 Watt sprint car. He's 9 years old.
Wow.
He says if Bubba can do it, he can do it.
Absolutely. I'm sure he's a big role model for him. Derek, always nice catching up with you, man. Best of luck this weekend doing triple duty. Be up on the wheel.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all.
Absolutely. Once again, it's Oakdale, Louisiana's Derek Perkins. Is going to start on the outside pole alongside picking Louisiana's Charlie Morrow and C3, a pair of express race cars. The lights are out. We're underway here. Race on Texas on demand at Leesville 171 Speedway. Into 3, Cuvion gets the whole shot through 3 and 4. Morrow right to his inside off the boulevard down the front straightaway. Gordero for the top spot. Gordero at the flag stand. Half a car length advantage by Cuvion. Rolling off with some momentum and ahead of steam and confidence after that $5,000 victory last Saturday night at the Boot Hill Speedway in Greenwood.
the outside row 2. Here we go.
R.C. Hagan going to roll the hub into 1 and 2, right at the bottom of the Leesville 171 Speedway. He'll hug the hub into 3. Scored his first career feature race win last Saturday night. A former beginner cruiser, or a former beginner limited modified racer here at the Speedway has surely upped his ante for the 2016 season.
It's going to be Mickey Steele, car number K9 on the pole outside of him. Cortland Smith, car number 7S. Shane Hebert out of Scott, Louisiana, car number 9. He drives to the inside. He'll go down the back straightaway. He's side by side with Mickey Steele and car number K9. All right, that is Rodney Howell in the 30 car, the exact teammate to Joel Cuvion. Just figure that out. It's still side by side for the lead. Shane Hebert, he's got the lead. They cut down the front straightaway. Shane Hebert, car number 9, out of Lafayette, Louisiana, your leader down the back straightaway. He stretched the lead out to about 3 cars over car number K9 of Mickey Steele. Right now, the good battle is for the 3rd and 4th spot. Coming out of turn number 4. Perkins in car number 22 to the inside of Rodney Howell. Rodney Howell, car number 30 on the high side. Perkins on the low side. Down the back straightaway. It's a drag race. They go into turn number 3 and 4. Perkins gets crossways. He's going to spin right in front of Joffroy. Danny Ray Joffroy, car number 9, currently sits in the 4th spot. Cortland Smith in 5th. Back to the leaders. Car number 9, Shane Hebert out of Lafayette, Louisiana. They go down the back straightaway. They'll pick up the white flag this time around. Perkins sounds like the motor just let go on his car. Coming down to pick up the white flag. Here comes Shane Hebert out of Lafayette. Currently sitting in the 2nd spot. It is a K9 car, Stephen Goodry.
Shane Hebert down the back straightaway for the final time in the turn.
Into 3 and 4.
Off at 4, a face full of checkered flags. Shane Hebert, your winner of the Express Race Car Argon Incorporated DAM Services number 9.
Car number 12A, Chris Gallia in car number 89. Ben Leedy in car number B99.
I keep your eyes on Ben Leedy in this one, starting at the tail, Steve. Matt Burney on the outside in 71's been picking up the slack here lately, and they're door-to-door for the 2nd spot off the exit of 2 and down the back straightaway. Brandon Spurlock in 16S, the Stealth Racing chassis up front. Good to see Brandon Spurlock here tonight. Haven't seen Brandon race down here at Leesville. Seen him down at Corpus Christi at the South Texas Shootout 2 years ago. The Spurlock up front looking comfortable here in a battle for 3rd down the back straightaway, Steve Cape.
You know, Zach, we got them all up here bunched up in a group of 5 cars here. Usually stretch out. They're hanging tight. Spurlock still your leader. Car number 81 currently sitting in the number 2 spot. I'm going to check my sheets once again here. That is going to be driven tonight by Chris Gallion. He's out of Houston, Texas. Take it away, Zach.
Yeah, shaping up for a battle for the race lead right now. Spurlock going to shut the door into turn number 3. He'll slam the door shut and he'll lift the walk right back to the back door off at turn number 4. Down the front boulevard. One thing benefiting some of these racers, David Edwards not making the call here, and he's a heavy shoe, of course. David Edwards breaking in hot laps.
Seth Davis, car number 12. He always runs pretty strong out here at 171 Speedway. He's got some tough competition. We got 25 of these cars out here with us tonight. Brandon Spurlock, car number 16, still your leader.
Chris Gallion looking good. He's knocking on the back door like a trick-or-treater with a sweet tooth right now on Brandon Spurlock. And he's going to open up the door down the back straightaway. Steve Cape for the top spot. Into turn number 3, door for the top spot. Spurlock rolling right to the hub. Gallion on the bottom. Door for the race lead at the flag stand. What more do you want as a race fan?
All right, Spurlock, he's going to drift to the high side. Gallion to the inside. Here we go, a drag race down the back straightaway for the lead. Gallion, car number 81, Spurlock in 16.
As I say, it's tighter than a top string on a Texas fiddle, but right now, it's tighter than some Louisiana jazz, baby. As Gallion going to take over the top spot and rolling right around the hub. But Spurlock going to try to get a run to his back motor over the exit of turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. Ben Leedy from worst to 3rd. And down the back straightaway into turn number 3 this time by. It'll be the white flag out. Gallion trying to hold off a charge from Spurlock, who led the first 5 laps in this one. Final timer on Leesville 171 Speedway in your 4th and final limited modified heat race of the night.
All right. right, Gallion. He's going to take him down the back straightaway. He's going to stretch it out to about a 4-5 car lead down the back straightaway. Gallion, first time out here, 171 Speedway. He's out of the Houston, Texas area. Here he comes out of turn number 4 to pick up the checkers. In car number 75, A. Keith Atkinson and Shannon Basco to round out the field.
We really don't get to see enough street stock racing up in the Northwest Louisiana and East Texas. They're 3 wide for second off the exit 2. Benjamin in the 04 going to try to roll to second and sliced up and put the 03 in his hip pocket down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Into 3 and 4. Who's going to lead lap number 1? Brandon Rashall in 61 leads lap number 1. Rashall, your leader in 61. He'll lead the battle for second, shaping up. Benjamin rolling the outside in the Bumblebee, number 04. He has his crosshairs dialed to the back of Rashall into turn number 3 for the top spot.
All right, Scotty Benjamin, he started 5th spot. He's up at number 2 spot, car number 04. He's going to try to run down the 61 car, Brandon Rochon. Here comes Henry Baxley in the Ford-powered car number 63. Joe Rochelle, car number 88, back in the 4th spot. And Basco to round up the field in car number 8.
Side by side still for the second spot. Door to door off of turn number 4. Benjamin on the outside of the Speedway. 83H in the hub. Joe Rochelle back there, and you got lap traffic slow at the top of turn number 2. No harm, no foul. We stay clean, we stay green. Rochelle checking out to a half a straightaway advantage now on the turn number 3. A little bit of a shot in the shorts there in the 3 and 4. 83 takes advantage, gets around Benjamin for second, Steve.
Rochon's going to continue to lead. He's got a great big lead. Driving car number 61. Behind him, the 63 car of Henry Baxley, the Ford-powered car. The battle right now for 3rd and 4th. Scotty Benjamin, car number 04. Here comes Joe Rochelle, car number 88.
Back into 1. Rochelle has put the keys on the counter. He's checked out. He's already sipping the coffee. He's at home for a Sunday breakfast out front. In 61, coming around, they'll see 1 to go this time by, or 2 to go this time by. 6 down, 2 remain here at Leesville 171 Speedway, your first street stock heat race of the night. Here in this 2-day extravaganza here in central Louisiana, the Leesville 171 Speedway. 2 weeks are now 5,000 on the line, July 8th and 9th for the Battle of the Swamp for the factory stock competitors. All right, now street stock racers are putting this racetrack to the test with the white flag display for 61 of Brandon Rashall. Rashall, he can shut it down and coast from here.
Brandon Rochon, your leader, he's coming into 3. Out of 4, here comes your winner, Brandon Rochon, car number 61. In the number 2 spot, driving the Ford-powered car number 63, Henry Baxley.
We try to get out of there around 11, 12 myself. Lights are off though. Street stock's going to go at it hot and heavy here, Steve Cape.
Will Nolan's going to take him into turn number 1 and 2 with Chad Comer right on his rear. Oh, look at this!
Oh, they heard the level.
Go, car number 1. He brings them in. That's going to be Will Nolan on the pole. Three wide as they go into turn number 1 and 2. Chad Comer on the high side. Will Nolan in the middle. Perkins on the bottom. They go into turns number 3 and 4. Chad Comer, he's going to stretch out just a little bit. He goes way to the high side. Here comes Will Nolan for the lead. Down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. Car number 1, Will Nolan, your leader. Derek Perkins still there in car number 5. Nolan cuts the nose down hard as he goes down the back straightaway. He slows up the whole field. Here comes Perkins for the lead in car number 5. Chad Comer, car number 3. He's currently sitting in the number 2 spot. In front of him, Derek Perkins in car number 5 in the lead. Check out car number 83, Randy Lavelle. He's working his way back up through the field. Car number 83 currently sits in the number 3 spot. He puts his sights on car number 3 of Chad Comer in the number 2 spot. We'll pick up the halfway point here from your flagman, Larry Horn, as they come down the front straightaway. Derek Perkins, your leader, driving car number 5 down the back straightaway. Chad Comer in 2nd, Lavelle in 3rd. Nolan has slipped back and forth. It's still freight train right now. Chad Comer doing everything he can to get up there to the backside, the inside, the high side. He doesn't care. He likes to be in the number 1 spot. We'll have the 2 to go flag from Larry Horn as they come down the front straightaway. As they go into turns number 1 and 2, it's still Perkins, your leader, down the back straightaway. Comer in second. Lavelle up to third. White flag in the air. It's time to get busy in the cockpit. This is the money lap. Chad Comer's going to try to stick his nose to the inside of car number 5 as they go down the back straightaway. Into turn number 3 and 4. Perkins going to trip up high. Here comes Comer to the inside. It's a drag race down the front straightaway. It is car number 5. Derek Perkins, your winner.
So this is the best flagman in the business. David Corbello has the green flag in hand. 10 laps of heart-throbbing, ground-pounding thunder off of turn number 4. We are underway at Leesville. In the 1, the 3, wide for second on the opening lap. Rolling the hub. Oh, look out! The 101. Oh, and he'll collect the Catman. The 2-time reigning series champion of the Catman, John Holmes, the director of the Southern Non-Professional Racing Series, up here into the house with me. Race fans, the super late model racing coming at you hot and heavy here at Leesville. It's Rocket Rob Litton. And Eunice, Louisiana's David LaFleur on the front row. He'll smash on the loud pedal. We're underway. And the Jet Brett Fraser gets a good jump from the 1 and 2, and he'll clear the 6X or try to. Litton will drive to the outside. A little bit dusty, but they're 3 wide off the exit of 2 down the back straightaway. Here comes Robbie Stewart. He'll throw his hat into the ring. They're 3 wide for the 3rd spot through 3 and 4, through 3 and 4. Look out, Rob Litton getting loose right in front of the field. That's uncharacteristic. Rob Litton, wow. And it's like Greg Holmes has always said, the wow word. Yep, you don't see that very often. Rob Litton stepping on it, and he doesn't do that very often. Here comes the Catman. John Mitchell on the prowl to the front right now, and then you got some hard contact. Down the back straightaway, look out, David LaFleur. LaFleur making contact. He spins around. The 6R crosshairs dialed to the back deck lid of the 1. Oh, the Jet Brett Fraser. The Catman, John Mitchell, is 3rd. The Ritter, Louisiana's Robbie Stewart. The lights are back out. We're underway. We drop the hammer and we're back on the way down the front boulevard. Slamming them in the 1 and 2. And here comes Abear to the inside for the race lead. Doodle for the top spot down the back straightaway. Then on a Shady Bear. Going to try to roll the hub. He knows this racetrack may be better than any of these other competitors in this particular heat race. He'll dive to the inside of Brett Fraser. Can't get the job done. Off the turn number 4. Fraser rolling right around the hub, but leaving that bottom lane wide open for Abear. Abear taking a peek. He can't get the job done once again down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Your top 5 are still Fraser. It's Abear 2nd. The Catman still 3rd. In 4th is third of Louisiana's Robbie Stewart, the Black Diamond Chassis, Collins 4-powered 6R. In place of the 4-time champion Rob Litton is your top 5. Litton going to go high side, hustling, trying to test the outside of the Leesville 171 Speedway. They were all over this racetrack from top to bottom earlier through hot laps. Right now they're hooked right around the hub, the quickest way to run the racetrack. And Brett Fraser singing a nice song around the low side of the Speedway. That wall-to-wall performance. Power plant underneath the hood of the Marshall Mulholland's Tri-State Magneto F1. Can the night be the night that Jet Brett Fraser finds Super Late Model victory lane here in Leesville? Off of 4. Halfway down, halfway to go. 5 in, 5 laps to go. Does Shady Bear have anything for him? He's keeping the F1 within striking distance, but yet the pounce and to make a charge. If you want to talk about a driver who can pounce, you talk about the Catman. Catman, John Mitchell right there within striking distance, and Abear driving that car deep into turn number 3. But losing that momentum off the turn number 4. Here comes the Catman! John Mitchell trying to the inside. Mitchell trying to the inside of the Shane Abear. Off the turn number 2 down the back straight, side by side for 2nd and the 3. It's Abear on the 5 of the Mitchell. In the turn number 3, Catman rolling the hub. Abear on the outside. Turner off the turn number 4, gets 2nd at the flag stand of the 5 of the Catman, John Mitchell. John Mitchell being involved in an early race caution. Doesn't hurt him any. His confidence is sky high all the way to the moon. Sometimes I say it, they're lower right now on the racetrack and you can get on a Speedway, but his confidence is higher than Willie Nelson on the cross-country tour. I'll use that in a different way later on the night, most likely, but down the back straightaway, trying to throw the keys on the counter and check out on them and get a boost of confidence heading into the A-main tonight and to lock himself in. Let's see the white flag for hot in Louisiana, the Jet Brett Fraser. Fraser has separated himself by half of a straightaway over the Catman, John Mitchell, who finally gets around the 9 of Abear for the 2nd spot. Now he's separated from Abear by half a straightaway as well. 1, 2, 3, all separated by the same distance. But the checkers are out. The Jet Brett Fraser, your winner in Riddick Cylinder Ends Heat Race number 1. The WW Timber Healthcare Express number 5 of the Catman, John Mitchell will snack 2nd. Tight service, B52 rocket chassis of Brandon Hightower out of DeVille, Louisiana, the 18-year-old. Outside, a 9-time career Super Late Model winner in his career, driving the DP Motorsports David Peterson Trucking Black Diamond chassis PTS powered 71A out of Minden, Louisiana, to be Alan Tippin. Inside of row number 2, in the 1, picked up a Mississippi State Challenge Series win last Saturday night at Magnolia Motor Speedway. In the 1, the DP Motorsports. Olin Shocks and Springs, Stealth Carburetors, OWC, DP Motorsports number 1. He is second on the Super Late Model Tour points, only 7 behind the Catman John Mitchell coming into this weekend. 2 wins on the season for B.J. Robinson in 1. Outside of the TWM Services number 49, the longtime racer at the Old Chatham Raceway, it'll be Raymond Taylor in T49. Inside of row number 3 is Sugar Bear Jim Bryan in Natchitoches, Louisiana, the Masterbuilt chassis 4X. Outside, good to see the DAM Services Showtime signs. Ron Hart Trucking, Bob Pierce Chassis, Coots and Company powered 5W from Vidor, Texas. John O. Whitting, the King of Boot Hill, rocking Ronnie Adams, rounds out the field, lights are out. Ronnie Adams in a Dan West chassis this weekend. Of course, Ronnie Adams, the King of Boot Hill, driving the Ricky Gyros Motorsports 11A start shotgun, and that start not going to get the job done, as we will recall. Hot in Louisiana, Hot Shoe, and the Minden, Louisiana racer Alan Tippin and B.J. Robinson on the front row, respectively. The teammates in the orange and black entries will smash on the loud pedal. We're underway. In the 1, in Cajun Graphics and Bowden Cylinder Heads, heat race number 2 of the night here for the Southern Night Professional Racing Series. Alan Tippin looking to knock down the wall. Alan Tippin, rim riding. You can live or you can die by the cushion. Right now, Alan Tippin going to live and he's going to die by the cushion. Looking for a run off of turn number 4. He'll even the way up to second and shopping the 5W. John O. Whittington in the 1 and 2. He'll come down to protect. John O. Whittington will have to settle for third. He'll get a little bit of a shot in the shorts there by the B52. He'll rocket off the exit of turn number 2 into turn number 3. And hello, Alan Tippin, I'm here. Hello, what do you got, Alan? And John O. Whittington says, I got more than that. And Alan Tippin says, you're going to have to give me a little bit more than that. He might throw another haymaker, throw another elbow, but Tippin skates away. He gets out of harm's way and gets a half a straightaway advantage into turn number 3. Meanwhile, B.J. Robinson, his teammate, loving it out front. He doesn't have a rear view, but his teammates are probably showing him, you got a healthy advantage. Boy, has B.J. Robinson really turned up the wick. It's great to see the driver who was formerly driving for the Children's Fishing and Rentals gang, who scored his first ever Super Late Model win at the Champion Park Speedway back in 2011. And of course, hopped out of that ride for several years, and it always been an asset to Ronnie Stuckey and Black Diamond Race Cars. Still works for Ronnie Stuckey. But the fact that David Peterson has given the opportunity, of course, Jeff Chandler for many years drove for David Peterson and B.J. Robinson and Alan Tippin getting the nod between these two pair of team cars, and they have taken full advantage this entire 2016 season and towards the tail end of the 2015 season. They have both went the Super Late Model victory lane over the last 7 months. 2, 3, and 4. Tippin trying to hunt down his teammate B.J. Robinson now for the top spot. The 5W Whittington in tow back in third. B52 of Hightower in the 4th spot. In 5th. It's the King of Boot Hill, jumping the West Chassis, Luigi's Restaurants, Ricky Gyros Motorsports 11A. Ronnie Adams, he's got a PTS power plant underneath the 11A tonight. Off of 4. B.J. Robinson leads at the flag stand. I like to say right now, it's kind of uncharacteristic, as most of these guys, like I said, hot laps are never really indicative of what to expect during the heat races, but these guys were all over this racetrack, and I think right now if they get up there and they get that outside kicked off and cleaned off, you'll have a multi-groove and you'll have a nice racetrack come A-main time. But right now is the sand in the hourglass ticking away for Alan Tippin. He has reeled in his teammate B.J. Robinson within striking distance. He's driving the car much deeper into turn number 3. Can he get to his back bumper and will he make a bold move? The white flag is out. The final time around Leesville 171 Speedway and Burdick Southern Heads Cajun Graphics heat race number 2 of the night here for the Super Late Model Series. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 for the final time. And off of turn number 4, you'll see a face full of checkered flag from veteran flagman David Corbella. B.J. Robinson, your winner of heat race number 2 over teammate Alan Tippin. And third will be the Vidor Texan John O. Whittington, Brandon Hightower from DeVille in 4th and B52. As the lights are out, 10 laps of distance, we are underway in Super Late Model heat race number 3. Rusty Harris, your posted running this one in 29. We dive off into 1 and 2. Lee Davis would love to get a heat race victory. Oh my, it's a logjam from second on back to third on back. And you could throw a blanket over the entire field into turn number 3. Rusty Harris, can he lead his first Super Late Model heat race lap of the 2016 season? Yes, he will. Rusty Harris leads his first super late model heat race lap of the 2016 season, and here comes Denny Gabar. Denny Gabar all the way from the tail. He's working up the 5th. He worked to the inside of the 86 Masterbuilt chassis of Zimmerman for the 4th spot. Couldn't get the job done. Zimmerman gets a little loose there off of 4 to the inside, though, of Lee Davis. Lee Davis starting to get the hang of that PTS Power Black Diamond chassis for Slick Swain Motorsports. But here we go, side by side for the race lead. Here comes Albany, Louisiana. Hey, I'm the captain. It's Kurt Lipsy. He says, I'm the battle of this ship right now, or the captain of this ship, and he goes to the race lead here at Leesville. Trying to win one for the home state, Greg Holmes. Captain Kurt in command of this ship in heat race number 3 down the back straightaway. He's separating himself now about 4 car lengths into 3 over the 29 of Harris. They're 3. Like I said, though, it's kind of ironic. He's the captain of the ship, and like I said, it looks like the scene from when they were down in the basement in Titanic. You know it. With Kate Winslet and Leonardo DiCaprio. Boy, it is hot and heavy up here right now. It is steamy, folks. Off of 4, though. Good enough to know that Captain Kurt's got a sizable enough advantage over 2nd spot. Rusty Harris doing a hell of a job holding on to the 2nd spot. The 86 is Zimmerman trying to get that 86 underneath in the ride to 2nd. Of course, that car formerly out of the John Mitchell stable out of Texarkana. John Mitchell scored some wins in that car over the last several seasons. And Lee Davis driving for Slick Swain, like I said, and that Swain Construction Advanced Powder Coating Performance Steel Buildings PTS Power Black Diamond Chassis number 96 into the 4th spot. Lee Davis, a 7-time super late model winner. The night that Shane Hebert scored his first ever super late model win back on April the 7th of 2012 at Boot Hill Speedway. The first time he ever climbed behind the wheel of a super late model. We saw Lee Davis experience one of the most violent crashes we had ever seen on this tour. And Greg Holmes and I talked about that at Arklatex several events ago. We thought that his wife may never let him climb behind the wheel of a race car ever again, but not the case. Denny Gabar going to look to his inside now. That's the battle. Oh, look out, Denny. He got a shot in the shorts from the 2014 Rookie of the Year, Rick Duke from Ball, Louisiana. The white flag is out for Captain Kurt. Captain Kurt Lipsy has driven a pure flawless race in this one. From 5th to the point for car number 85. Down the back straightaway for the final time. And who's going to grab 2nd? To the inside. The wily Texan wants 2nd. But Harris holding strong. He's driven a flawless race at this point. Drag racing to the checkers. Give it to the 86 of Zimmerman to grab the 2nd spot at the flag stand over the 29 of Harris.
Pork chop car number 11 on the pole.
I keep your eyes on Mickey Steele at the tail on this one, folks. Easton on the outside. In the 1 and 2 for the first time. Easton on the outside. The 11 of Bassett to the inside. Here comes Steele already getting a Walmart special off the exit of 2 and down the back straightaway.
Kerry Easton, car number 59. He'll bring him into turn number 3 and 4. As they come down 3 and 4, it's going to be Pork Chop, your leader.
Whoa! Look out, baby.
I think the water might have got to him. This car, and it's got a pedal. It's a race car. It's all legal. Here we go. Lights out. Pork Chop, your leader.
Oh, kind of a 3-wide start there down the front boulevard. They're going to go 3 wide into 1 and 2, Steve. Oh, my goodness. The 11 will slide up the racetrack. Here comes Mickey Steele from worst to first off the exit of 2. Down the back straightaway. He's got it.
All right. Oh, we're getting racing for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th here. Pork Chop in the 11 car. Chris Bass, car number 2, the go-kart track owner.
Down the front straightaway. The 11 trying to chop them off here in the 1 and 2. They're going at it hot and heavy. Meanwhile, Mickey Steele says, thank you very much. I'm loving it out front, sipping my tea, having a good old time out front in 37.
All right, so Pork Chop, he has got Tracy Dimby Jr., car number 0 all over his rear bumper. Chris Bassett, 2B, he sits in the number 3 spot.
Brandon Rashawn getting that 11 car off of Kyle Bassett not long ago. Rashawn holds on to 2nd. Denby Jr. trying to work to the inside of the 3rd spot. Down the back straightaway, Chris Best along his outside. He'll sidestep and put him inside of his hip pocket in the 3 and 4. He'll go to 3rd.
Chris Best trying to do anything he can to get to the number 3 spot around Tracy Dimby Jr.
You got a hot chassis. Oh, and the 11 Rashawn lost the handle. And that'll click, and the victim of circumstances, Chris Best in the 2. Will we stay clean and green? The green flag is still out, but the caution is inevitable. And the caution is out. Chassis number 37, factory stock. Mickey Steele from Pollock on the loud pedal off the floor. Put his foot through the floorboard. We're back underway.
Down down the front straightaway into turns number 1 and 2. It's going to be Mickey Steele, your leader. And it's going to be Denby. He's worked his way up to the number 2 spot. Pork Chop's going to drift all the way to the top. Dubois in there for the number 3 spot.
Tracy Denby Jr. now has his crosshairs down to the back of the 37, that hot chassis. A hot and an outlaw running 1 and 2 right now into 1 and 2. Still rolling the hub of the racetrack, getting down to it. Does Tracy Denby Jr. have the best car on the racetrack right now? Looking like he's catching the 37. Does he have enough time to stand in the hourglass? Is running out next time by Steve Cape. 2 laps to go.
We got 2 to go. Larry Horn, your flag, but he's got 2 flags in the air. Mickey Steele comes by. They're still single file as they go around the track here. Mickey Steele, he's going to bring them into number 1 and 2. Oh, hold on, Glenn Dubois. He'll spin all by himself. You better keep it going or you're going to the trailer.
Send him to promoter school if he keeps it going. And Tracy Denby Jr. is off the... You're right.
The nursery capital of the world. Here we go. Alan Little's going to bring them into turn number 3 and 4, waiting on the green flag from Larry Horn. Here we go. We're off and racing for 6 laps.
Down the front straightaway we go. I tell you, Dakota Wyatt, a young man who just started racing in this class about a season and a half ago, Steve, and he has really picked up some gains. And around goes Justin Smith in 1. The second generation racer, Justin Smith. I'm sorry, he sold that car last week, Ethan Berry, and send him to promoter school. We stay clean, we stay green.
All right, Ethan Berry, he stayed on the smart side there. He decided to keep the car going. He knew that he can't, if you back out, you're parked. So, car number 535, Luke Graves will be your leader. Here comes Dakota White. Never count that 15X car out.
Luke Gray's already with a win this season down at Thunder Valley Speedway over Bubba Jones in the 21 several weeks ago, and he scored the win right here at Leesville several weeks ago as well. Luke Graves, I tell you, I grew up watching Paul Graves and Luke Graves in mini stocks, dominant racers throughout the mid-2000s and late 90s. Won a lot of races all over the state of Louisiana.
I saw Luke Graves flip his mini stock from the end of turn 4 across the finish line of the heat race, come back out here and win the feature. It's absolutely amazing.
Wheelman indeed, there's no doubt about it. Steve Cape off of turn number 4. 4 laps in the books, 4 to go for the Graves Racing Hot Chassis 535, the 4th powered entry. Look out, Ethan Berry looping it right in front of your race leader, Luke Graves. We always send him to promoter school. The green is still out. Green and yellow caution lights, and Ethan Berry trying to get back on the loud pedal and get it refired. He'll have to do it before the cars come down the front boulevard, and we won't get the job done. The caution is out.
PM.
Yeah. I got a great interview with Derek Perkins earlier, and we're talking about Blaine and all those Wing 600 cars, and perhaps we can share that in a little bit. But back it away in factory stock racing here, Steve Cape, here we go.
Luke Graves going to take car number 535, the Ford-powered LTD down the back straightaway. He is your leader with Dakota White in second.
Into turn number 3, Dakota Wyatt has the crosshairs down to the back of the Ford-powered Hot Chassis 535. Luke Graves has been on a roll in 2016, and he'll roll off at turn number 4 underneath the flag stand. 3 laps to go. The next time by, you should see 2 sticks for 2 to go from your flagman, Larry Horn, the judge, jury, and executioner tonight. Dakota Wyatt in 15X. And into the second spot into turn number 3, trying to hunt down Luke Graves. Does he have enough time to get the job done? 2 to go.
Is making the number 14 car faster and faster each week. Look at there. He's looking at the inside of Dakota White for the number 2 spot down the back straightaway. We have got a drag race for the number 2 spot. Dakota White, he always puts on a show. White flags in the air. We'll go one more time around.
Wyatt had to give Alan Little, gave him all he was worth. He bottled that time through 1 and 2. And look at Dakota Wyatt going to give him a shot there in 1. He drove that car into downtown Dallas, Texas in turn number 1. He had to get on the binders just a little bit. Your 1, 2, 3 look like that's the way they may finish. And look at Dakota drive that car back deep into 3. Your winner of the flag stand lead, Luke Graves in 535. Alan Little second at 14, and the 15th thing that Jeff Lewis has not won in this sport, a former top pole sitter of the 5,000 win Cajun Classic, outside pole to Wheeler, and I don't know about that start though. We go for it. The green is out. Larry Horn shows him the green. Randy Wheeler's thinking, I don't know about that one there, Steve, but we'll see. Green is out, nonetheless.
All right, Jeff Lewis doing the same thing he did last time. As the car rolls over, he gets a lot of smoke. He's got some tire rubber something off that right rear tire. Last time he was here, he did the same thing.
Jeff Lewis already with a pair of feature race wins in the 2016 season. Rolled in here to Leesville the night Neil Standiford picked up a win. The night father-in-law and son-in-law go to victory lane both. Pretty cool. Neil Standifer goes to Victor Lane. Jeff Lewis as well. That was about a month and a half ago. And 2 Saturday nights ago, Steve, Stacy Lewis and Jeff Lewis, she was riding shotgun. Now that's a cool marriage there. Husband takes wife to Victor Lane and she rides shotgun up there at Why Not Motorsports Park in Mississippi.
My wife wouldn't ride anywhere with me. It's still Jeff Lewis, your leader, Randy Wheeler in second, and William Gonzalez, car number 18 in the third spot. Jeff Lewis is stinking the show up. He's got about a 15-car lead down the back straightaway over Randy Wheeler.
Yeah, not a whole lot happening here in this one. Not a whole lot of comers and goers or movers and shakers. Jeff Lewis is the one setting the torrid pace around the Leesville 171 Speedway, rolling right around the hub. At Houghton, Louisiana, driving the Children's Fishing and Rentals JRP Products, Moral Wireline Services, number 40 car. Jeff Lewis rolling the hub through 3 and 4. He's got a half a straightaway advantage over Randy Wheeler, the hot chassis 4J. Lewis glued and stuck at the bottom, digging like Daryl and everybody else looking like Michael right now. Watch what that is. 2-3, rolling the hub. It's still Jeff Lewis. He'll see 2 to go, this time by Steve Cape.
All right, Jeff Lewis, still your leader. Got a big lead over Randy Wheeler in car number 4. William Gonzalez, car number 18 in third. We're bringing around this time. We'll pick up the white flag.
Well, he may call himself an old wily veteran or an old man, but I tell you, no matter how many birthdays he celebrates, I don't think it'll ever restrict him to go to Victor Lane for the final time in the turns 1 and 2. Once again for the JRP Products. That's Just Racing Products himself and the Children's Fishing and Rentals Moral Wireline. Car number 40 out of Houghton, Louisiana. Ready to roll off at turn number 4 and see a face full of checkered flag from Larry Horn. Your winner from Houghton, Louisiana, J. Lou, Jeff Lewis in 40. Oh, we saw a fight and a wedding proposal right there in Victor Lane at Sabine. The only place that'll happen is at a dirt track. We go green. And
they're going 3 wide for the first lap here.
Why not?
Tracy Harris, he's going to stretch out the lead. Drop Edwards to third.
Ironic enough, it's David Edwards who's going to be nipping at the heels of the 18 here for the top spot shortly. And Paul Martin up to second out of Ruston. Throw a blanket over your top 3 cars right now. All blue cars. 1, 2, 3 right now. Harris, your leader by half a straightaway advantage. Steve Cape in the 3.
Tracy Harris going to bring him into turn number 3 and 4. Behind him, Edwards in car number D3. Right behind him in car number 86, that's going to be Paul Martin.
Paul Martin out of Ruston, Louisiana, driving that best in your powered Outlaw chassis number 86, holds on to the 3rd spot. David Edwards out of Natchitoches, Louisiana, rolling up to second of that ERC chassis. Alan Crawfish, D3 machine. Edwards has swept the weekend already this season here at Leesville once.
So far it's been spread out racing, but I guarantee it, when we put 21 of these things out here, it's going to get good and racy out here at 171 Speedway.
Yeah, we need to get those big wide tires, those big meats to get out there and those modifies to kick up that outside, Steve. And really get out there and widen out the racetrack.
Halfway through, car number 18H, Tracy Harris continues to lead with Edwards, car number 3 in the number 2 spot. We've got a change here. Let's show Rochelle. He's going for the number 3 spot.
Paul Martin opened up the door, and he makes a little bit of contact there, trying to turn a hard left and get underneath. Rochelle there for the top spot. Joe Rochelle on 88. Off of 2 down the back straightaway. Tracy Harris doing a nice job in that holy moly race car. Performance number 18H, your leader, off of turn number 4.
Tracy Harris brings him down around here one more time. Harris has stretched out to about a 10 or 12 car lead over Edwards. Edwards going to do everything he can to run him down in the last 2 laps. We'll see if he can make it.
The Lubbock Texan way up front, hungry to go to victory lane tonight for the first time in his career at Leesville. He'll see the white flag out from Larry Horn. Tracy Harris driving the HM chassis, holy moly bodies. Lubbock, Texas racer leads him at the bottom of 1 and 2. Stuck and glued right around the hub here at Leesville. David Edwards in second out of Natchitoches. And the battle still shaping up for third. Steve down the back straightaway for the final time.
Coming out of turn number 4, here comes Tracy Harris, your winner. So your 7 modifieds we got.
And they're good ones. You know, it's not necessarily quantity, but quality is the name of the game tonight. No doubt about it. Here we go. Headed off into 1 and 2 for the first time. Boudreaux going to get the whole shot. Look out. Demi throws an elbow on Mitchell. 3 wide off the exit of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. John O. Whittington up there, third spot. Now he has his crosshairs down. And look out there, 30 wide back there for the fourth spot. Still, here comes a 6X of Kyle Plays on off of 4, leading lap 1, goes up 7 of Boucher.
Tim Boudreaux is led from the onslaught with Tracy Denby right there on his rear bumper. John O. Whittington, car number 5. He's no slouch when it comes to victory lanes. Kyle Plays on, a brand new car that's about 3 or 4 weeks old. He's coming out here. He likes to win a lot.
Good news is Tim Boudreaux up front. The bad news is Tracy Denby Jr. and John O. Whittington are nipping at your heels for the top spot. And you got to go, and you got to go now, because Kyle Plays on has closed the gap. 2, 3, 4 right now. It's 1 by 1 by 1. Your top 4 right now. Cleveland, Texas racer Boudreaux, your race leader up at turn number 4, still at 7. Now shaping up side by side.
John O. Whittington to the number 2 spot. He gets around Tracy Denby. Their neighbors in Vidor, Texas. Kyle Plaisance out of Margaretville, Louisiana. He's currently sitting 4th. Meanwhile, Tim Boudreaux all the way out of Houston, Texas. He's in the number 1 spot.
Whittington and Denby, a pair of TMS World Dirt Track Championship winners, running 2, 3 respectively right now. Kyle Plaisance, a former qualifier for the Alltel 100,000 to win. Alltel 100 of the Baseball Motor Speedway. He'll go to 3rd down the back straightaway. That Mars race car chassis, of course, the 2-time USMTS National Champion, the Rocket Rodney Sanders, and now the Thriller Cage Dillard and Mars race cars. That is the hot commodity right now in dirt modified racing, and Plaisance liking the feel of the 6X. Of course, he broke earlier in hot laps. Plaisance obviously has the 6X working expectation now, and you're about to have a battle for the race lead. Here comes Whittington for the top spot.
John O's going way back the pack. He's all the way to the rear bumper of Tim Boudreaux. Tim Boudreaux out of Houston, Whittington out of Vidor. These guys that come over and race just about every Saturday night. It's Whittington to the inside. It's a drag race down the back straightaway.
He's knocking on the door like a chicken to the sweet tooth. He'll open up the door and leave it wide open for him to walk through. Whittington's trying to walk through it and maybe trying to mark it around the backyard. Into 1. Boudreaux up to the challenge though. He'll leave that bottom side wide open to get that outside run and the advantage and the momentum off the top shelf into turn number 3. Racing into turn number 3 for the final time. Whittington going to drop to the bottom. But what a race. He pushes up, and the 6X is going to grab 2nd. He'll win to Boudreaux at 7.
Matt Ebarb, the 10E. Blaine Perkins in car number 9T. And Holden Anderson in the 6A. Tayton Perkins. Tater is going down the back straightaway. Here comes Matt Ebarb, car number 10. He'll take to the lead, possibly. He's going for the slide chop as they go to turn number 3 and 4. Ebarb is going to be your leader. Tayton Perkins, car number 24, settles into the number 2 spot. The 55 car of Brandon Anderson in the 3rd. Down the back straightaway, Ebarb, your leader. Perkins in 2nd. Still, it's Ebarb, your leader. Ebarb's been racing these things for about 15 years. He now knows how to make them work. The 9T tonight, and car number 0, that's going to be driven tonight by Derek Perkins. Matt Ebarb, car number 10, your leader as they go down the back straightaway. Now these little cars here, we didn't even have a class out here about 6 weeks ago for them. They picked up, they've made a great class, and the class is only getting bigger and bigger each week as they come out here to 171 Speedway. Matt Ebarb out of Shreveport, Louisiana, sponsored by Shreveport Cycles. Matt Ebarb is going to check out with a big lead as they go down the back straightaway over the Andersons in the 66, a 55 in the 10 car. White flag in the air from Matt Ebarb. If you're enjoying them tonight, it's only going to get better tomorrow night. Jacob Harris, car number 12. Oh, we got one around. Not upside down, though. That was Tyler Harris in car number 24T. And Salmons in car. Good. Slow start. We're off and running. Tyler Harris in the Harris Muffler and Brake Sprint car out front. The 15 car. That is Levi Heflin. He's already pulled off the track. Into 3 and 4. Here comes Harris. Zachary Heflin, car number 21, trying to set his sights on the rear bumper of the 26 car of Jacob Harris. It's Tyler Harris, car number 24 in third. Heflin to the inside of Harris as they go into 1 and 2. Now Harris, he'll try to get on the loud pedal quicker. He'll try to put another slide job as they go down the back straightaway. Harris to the high side. He's going to try to run it in hard. Heflin says, no, sir, this is my race. He's going to step out with a big old lead. Yeah, he's down there right now. He's going to press off. All right, it's a Harris boys side by side. Check this out, the 24T. He's up to the number 2 spot now. That is Tyler Harris. Oh, your leader spins. Heflin with the lead. He had the race won. Harris is now your new leader in 24T. Tyler Harris, I thought he was upside down a while ago. The 24T car of Tyler Harris. Jacob Harris car. Oh, here comes Swallow to the inside of Jacob Harris for the number 2 spot. It's a good drag race down the back straightaway. They're going to turn number 3 and 4. Tyler Swallow to the number 2 spot. Here we go, down the front straightaway. Marcel Green, car number 33. He is your current leader, but he's got a whole host of cars coming up behind him. The 01 car of Dennis Martin. He looks to the outside. It looks like 610 traffic on in Houston, Texas as they go down the back straightaway. The 01 car is your new leader. That's Dennis Martin. Marcel Green tries to get back to the lead. However, it's Dennis Martin back to the lead. Cecil Roy, car number 41. He's in the 3rd spot. All the way at the top of the track, that's Kevin Martin. The 86 car of Curtis Boswell. He's in 5th. Now he's in 4th. Dennis Martin, car number 01, is your leader. Marcel Green, car number 33 in 2nd. Cecil Roy, car number 41 in 3rd. Make it 2nd as they go into turn number 3 and 4. All right, here we go. Race lap starting to wind down here. Car number 01. Dennis Martin, still your leader. Marcel Green, 33 in 2nd. The 86 cars work just way up to the 3rd spot. This class can just switch in an instant. We got 2 to go. We'll pick up the white flag this time around. Your leader, he's checked out with a long lead. That's Dennis Martin in car number 01. The battle right now for 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. White flag is in the air. As they come by, it's the 33 in 2nd. And the 41, I believe, had third. That's going to change around a lot here. They're 3 wide as they go down the back straightaway. Make it 2 wide as they get to the middle of the straightaway. Your winner, car number 01, Dennis Martin, coming down for the checkers. Car number 33 is going to get the number 2 spot. Leading off into turn number 1, Dowden. He's going to drift up high. Here comes Gary Morgan, car number 30 out of Moss Bluff, Sulphur, Louisiana. He's going to run in there. Dowden says, no, sir, it's my lead. Hold on, Dowden. Gary Morgan, car number 30, your leader. He's got about a 3-car lead as they go down the back straightaway. The 5-car off the pace. He's into the top of the track. He reels it back in. He's still going. Gary Morgan, car number 30. He'll pick back up. He'll take off running. Joey Dowden, car number 85 in second. Jackson Richardson, 25 in third. Rolling down the back straightaway. Morgan, he's stretching that lead out. He's got almost a half a straightaway over Joey Dowden. Oh, we got a car spinning on the back straightaway. 35. Warren Bartlett spins in turn number 3. Everybody's still green. Car number 35 spins in turn number 3. Green light still on the track. Richardson is pulled out the front straightaway. Gary Morgan, car number 30, is your leader. Joey Dowden, car number 85. He's currently sits in the number 2 spot. Jackson Richardson, car number 25 in third. And the 98 of Blake Seals in fourth. Your leader, car number 30, Gary Morgan, as he brings him down the back straightaway. Joey Dowden, car number 85, trying to catch up to the number 30 of Morgan. Car number 30, Gary Morgan. He'll pick up. 1 to go. It's 1 to go for Gary Morgan. He brings him down the back straightaway. The car sounds like it's lost some power. Here he comes, your winner, car number 30, Gary Morgan.
The other night, here in your 2-day extravaganza with the Southern United Professional Racing Series headline of the events. This ought to be a dandy with Charlie Moore at a pick on the pole with Shady Bear nipping at his heels. R.C. Hagan on the outside, the lights are out. We put the whip to it, here we go. Putting the whip to there goes R.C. R.C. Hagan got a shot in the 1 and 2. Not sure exactly how that took place, but the caution is already out, and they kept Louisiana natives up front on the front row, picking Louisiana's Charlie Moore alongside young gun, the 18-year-old R.C. Hagan. Shane Abear from Scott. Lights are out. Here we go. Door to door in the 1 and 2. Who's going to get a whole shot?
All right, it's going to be Charlie Moore, Carnival C3, the Twisted Monster, your leader down the back straightaway. Hollywood Hagan just graduated high school last year. He's in the number 2 spot. We got a Carl Spurlock. He's to the infield.
Spurlock is already off the pace, and this 1 meter's been pegged to pull it down to the infield. 1, 2, 3 right now. R.C. Hagan gets up out of the groove. It'll open up the door for the 9 Aber to make a gain to the inside. He can't get the job done. Hagan will sidestep him. He'll go into turn number 3 after that opening lap mishap. Oh, and around goes Galleon on the 81. This Galleon on 81 gets turned and shake off some of that bad luck that he found last weekend at Boot Hill.
Lap 1 is complete of 15. We're going 15 laps here.
The party is restarted. We relight the fire. The cake's been baked off of turn number 4, and we are backing away into turn number 1. More at the bottom of 1 and 2. Shane Aber going to take over second from R.C. Hagan now. Hagan falls to third. He's into the clutches of the 81 at Galleon and the 30 at Joel Covey on your top 5.
Rodney Howe, car number 30-2. He's up the number 5 spot. Stanford Conley sits in the 6th spot. Randy Wheeler in 7th.
Back there on the front straightaway with the 98 and the other 32 car, the familiar entry to Joel Cuvions
As down the back straightaway, we got more cars around here in 1 and 2. Will they go clean? Will the caution come out, or will we stay green? Nope, the caution is out.
Just last week. Lights are out. We're going racing this time around as they come out of 3 into 4. Here we go. Still Charlie Morrow, car number C3, your leaders. They go down the back straightaway. Shane Hebert in the number 2 spot. Hollywood in the 3rd spot. The 81 car currently occupies the number 4 spot. And that is Chris Gallion. In the 5th spot, Randy Wheeler. Standiford in 6th. Okay, Gallion, car number 81. It looks like car number K9 is off the pace. Stephen Goodry, he'll head to the pit area. Big pileup coming out of turn number 4.
So Perkins going to put his foot through the floorboard, off of 4, we're backing away. Backing away down the front boulevard we go. The pair of South Louisiana hot shoes, the Picken Louisiana racer and the Scott Louisiana racer. Both very well accomplished racers. They've won races all over the great state of Louisiana and beyond. It'll be Shane Hebert who rolls in the back neck led of the C3. A pair of express race cars, 1 and 2 right now with Chris Gallion in the 3rd spot, respectively, in 81. Through there. Here comes the T&E Welding JLP Products IRP chassis number 11. You got IRP chassis now sitting in the 4th spot. 3-wheel Neil Stanifer up to 4th. They'll get around the $5,000 winner at Boot Hill, Joe Cuvion. Back into 1 and 2, diving at the hook. Boy, does Shane Hebert have the better car right now? Or is Charlie Morrow doing everything he can to keep him at bay? RC Hagen, a lap car. Slow down the front straightaway. Well, we stay clean, we stay green.
All right, here we go. Hollywood. Here comes Shane Hebert to the inside of Charlie Morrow down the back straightaway.
Here he goes, Shane Hebert to the inside for the race lead. Total 1 through 34 here at Leesville 171 year limited modified A-main side by side over there. Shane Hebert leads that lap. Hebert, the caution is out.
There's Charlie Morrow coming out of turn number 4.
Charlie Morrow out of Picken, Louisiana. Going to try to hold off the charge from the former TMS World Dirt Track champ, Shane Hebert. Shane Hebert pulls this limited modified express chassis out. Of course, he is the owner of Blue River Express, but he calls this car, quote unquote, his money maker. Because whenever he pulls it out, he typically finds victory lane. Halfway down, halfway to go.
But halfway through this race here, Charlie Morrow still your leader, Shane Hebert. He's got his nose on the inside of it as they go out of the back, down 3, down the back straightaway. Gallion, he's impressed me at car number 81. Never seen the car before, but Neil Stanifer, car number 11. He's up there in the number 4 spot.
Hebert able to dive that car so deep into 1. He has a much different entry and approach to the corner than the C3 of Morrow does, and I think it's going to pay dividends. But Morrow able to keep that car as wide as possible to keep the 9 at bay.
How about Daryl Seals? Daryl Seals had never set in a car like this till about 3 weeks ago. He's on the inside of car number 30, Joe Cuvion.
It's a matter of time. But the center of the hourglass is ticking away down the back straightaway, and the caution is out.
And then Cuvion's in 6th.
He's the real Seals off of 4. Morrow out of Picken, Louisiana picks up the pace. Back on the loud pedal, down the express chassis. Illinois quality. Mexican Lindo C3 down the back straightaway. A pair of express chassis run 1, 2, 5 laps to go right now. Next time by at the flag stand.
All right, they stayed in line for this whole entire lap. It's still the Twisted Monster, Charlie Morrow, car number 6 your leader. The 9 car of Hebert in 2nd, Gallion in 3rd. Stanifer tries to put the nose to the inside for the number 3 spot.
Time is definitely ticking away now. I always say it, the sand in the hourglass is ticking away, and the sand is rolling through, and Hebert knows it. Hebert knows it, and he's got to go, and he's got to go now. Side by side for the 3rd spot. Here comes the Stanifer to the inside for 3rd. Stanifer on the way to the inside of the 81 of Gallion, and here comes Hebert marching. That entrance to 3 and 4 is so much better than C3 for Morrow. He's knocked onto the back door off of turn number 4. Oh, the race for the race lead is turning the top string on the Texas fiddle right now. Through the door, 2 laps to go. Whoa, and around goes Charlie. What did I tell you? He was going to get in there hot and heavy. Taken. 2 to go. Green, white, checkered restart. Then picking Louisiana's Charlie Moore will hold him off. He's held on several butt-thumping turns by the 9 of A-Bear on that last green flag run. And he'll have Neil Stanifer in the TNT Welding JLP Products IP chassis number 11 nipping at his heels here with 1 to go here at Leesville. Into 1 for the final time. Neil is there. Neil Stanifer all the way back done for have to go on the binders. Gallion back in the 3rd spot. Darrell Seals in the 4th spot. Cuvion 5th. Down the back, turn away into turn number 3 for the final time. A face full of checkered flat for Vic in Louisiana. Charlie Moore puts the seat there. Express race car in Victor Lane here at Leesville on Friday night. Neil Stanifer will grab the 2nd spot. Gallion in 3rd. Number 4, 15 laps it is. His lights are out. Here we go in your Super Stock A-Main here tonight at Leesville. 171 Speedway. Into 1 and 2. Rashawn going to lead them into 1 and 2 and get the whole shot. And the battles will shake out. I'd keep your eyes on the 83 of Randy Lovell. The Battleground Speedway track regular. And some contact for 2nd there. No harm, no foul. Just getting a little bit loose there. A tap to the left rear for the 5 from the 63H. Down on the back straightaway, Rashawn with the race lead. Derek Perkins holding on to a pretty well up into the 2nd spot. Here it comes. Chad Comer trying to the inside for the 2nd spot. Down the back straightaway, Steve Cape for 2nd. Door-to-door, and they're door-to-door for the 3rd and 4th, 5th spots as well. And the harder they get, the racing for 2nd and 3rd on back, they're going to let the leader run away up front. Rashawn sitting a torrid pace up front of 61. The battle here for the 4th, 5th, 6th spots and for 2nd and 3rd respectively. You got Comer. You got the 5B of Perkins out of Oakdale, Louisiana. The 68 trying to hold off a charge from the 83 of a level into turn number 3, Steve Cape.
Car number 5 in the 3rd spot, Henry Baxley. Car number 63, and Lavelle. And car number 83 to round out your top 5. Here we go.
Does anybody have anything for your early race leader in the 61, Brandon Rashawn? He's right there. Oh, some contact there for 3rd on back, and it's a log jam into 1 and 2. Look out. How did they keep that going and they didn't? And just as you thought that they did, the 5. So the judge, jury, and executioner, Larry Horn, going to drop the rag. They smash the gas. It's Rashawn on the pole. On the loud pedal, we're backing away. So like Steve Cape said, Derek Perkins does re-inherit that 3rd spot. Let's see if he can do anything with it.
Down the back straightaway, Henry Baxley, car number 63. He's looking for the number 3 spot. Here comes Rochelle. He's on the high side in the 88 car. Currently sits in 5th.
So it's Rashawn at the flag stand, diving at the bottom of 1 and 2 and 61. The C3 of Chad Comer in the 2nd spot. It's Oakdale, Louisiana's Derek Perkins rather. Henry Baxley in 63. And a newcomer inside of the top 5, breaking into the top 5. However, for Rashawn, still your leader at 61. And Joe Rashaw breaking into the top 5 in car number 88. Rashaw coming on strong here in the late going, Steve.
Will Nolan, car number 1, the 04 car, Scotty Benjamin. These are always strong running cars. They'll get to the front before it's over with. Just give them a chance. They're coming.
Back down the front boulevard we go. Rashawn able to separate himself by 3 car lengths over your 2nd place driver, Chad Comer. Comer still 2nd in the battle for 3rd. Side by side down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Baxley to the inside. He'll take 3rd away from Derek Perkins. Perkins will fade back to 4th. They'll try back to the inside. Can't get the job done. Baxley now to 3rd here at Leesville.
I've been impressed with Baxley all night. Car number 63. I've never seen the car run as strong as he is. He hadn't sat in a race car in several years. He came out here about 2 weeks ago. He's got that number 63 Ford-powered car. Looking good.
Rashawn is absolutely hooked up tonight. And right around the hub. You know, the preferred line is right around the bottom of the racetrack. This track obviously taking some rubber tonight. And it's interesting because you'd have thought earlier But they'd have set that line way out wider, and unfortunately, the caution's going to have to come back. Rashawn on the loud pedal. We're back underway. Well, Steve, does Chad Comer have anything for him? Rashawn is in the class of the field to this point, but he may have a tricky bag of tricks up his sleeve. We'll find out.
I like that 63 car, man. He's looking strong. Henry Baxley, car number 63.
Henry Baxley has looked very sporty here tonight in 63, working his way up inside 03, and Joe Rochelle now up to 4th.
Joe Rochelle, car number 88 in the 4th spot. That car's about 5 or 6 weeks old. Just getting it shook down, shaking it down to the number 4 spot right now.
Deuces, 2 laps to go. 2 to go for Rashawn as he dives at the bottom in a 1 and 2 in car number 61. He's already down off the exit of 2, middle point under the back straight at 1.5 laps to go now. 1.25. Through 3 and 4, he'll see the white flag from flagman Larry Horn, the judge, jury, and executioner here tonight in 61. Rashawn plants the 61 at the bottom of 1 and 2 like he's done the entirety of this race. Comer still second, Baxley third, Rashawn fourth, and the Oakdale, Louisiana racer in fifth is Derek Perkins at a car coming around right in front of your latest. But a face full of checkered flag, your super stock winner tonight, Brendan Rashawn in 61. And second will go to Chad Comer in C3, Henry Baxley third in 63. Robinson tonight, another Texarkana, Texas. He's the 2-time reigning series champion. We call him the Catman. John Mitchell in the WW Timber Healthcare Express. Kennesaw Performance Kaja Manufacturing number 5. Inside over number 3 from Lafayette, Louisiana. In the Bob Pierce chassis. Advanced Performance Powered and Bob Pierce chassis number 9 to the DAM Services. Reinhardt Trucking number 9. It'll be Shane Abear, Shady Bear out of Lafayette. Outside of the Profiler and Sprinkler 11X, or an 86 now. He's on a Masterbuilt chassis with a J. Dickens power plant underneath the hood for the Wiley Texan, Danny Zimmerman. Inside of 4, it's John O. Whittington from Fighter, Texas, and the Reinhardt Trucking. DAM Services, Kuntz & Company powered Bob Pierce chassis 5W from Fighter, Texas. Once again, it's John O. Whittington. Outside of John O., it'll be Alan Tippin, the 9-career Super Late Model winner in his career. John of the DP Motorsports, Olin Shocks and Springs, Stealth Carburetors, PTS powered Black Diamond chassis 71A at a minute. It's Alan Tippin. Inside of the 5th row, it'll be Rusty Harris out of Shreveport, Louisiana, making his debut here at Leesville 171 tonight alongside of the 4-power Collins Sign 6R out of Dorado, Louisiana. It'll be Robbie Stewart. Inside, it'll be the B-52 from Deville, Louisiana, the Operation Second Chance Timmons Truck Center Rocket Chassis. B-52 of Brandon Hightower outside. In the Performance Steel Building, Slick Swain Motorsports, PTS Power, Black Diamond Chassis, Greenwood, Louisiana's Lee Davison 96. In the West Chassis 11A out of Greenwood, Louisiana, we call him the King of Boot Hill, rockin' Ronnie Adams in 11A for Ricky Jowers Motorsports tonight. Denny Gabar out of Frankston, Texas, driving the not doing the full line tonight, but we are going green this time by how many laps? That's still very little. 20 laps the distance tonight in your Southern Non-Professional Racing Series main event. And Kurt Lipsy, like I said a few moments ago, snapped the 13-year winless drought on the tour. Is going to have his hands full with B.J. Robinson as he leads lap number 1 at the flag stand. Door-to-door for the 3rd spot. Here comes the Catman, John Mitchell. He'll dispose of the 1 of the Jet Brett Frazier for the 3rd position. In the turn number 3, Frazier back to 4th. The 86 back in the 5th spot. That's Zimmerman. And he'll get disposed of by Shady Bear, Shane Abear. Abear comes around to the caution. It's out. And it's looking inevitable. We will find one. It's called Captain Kurt on the loud pedal off of 4. The best flagman in the business, David Corbello, shows him the green flag, and he waves it high wide in the 1 and 2. And taking a peek to the inside for the race leaders, the 1 of B.J. Robinson for the top spot. Can't get the job done. Captain Kurt, all he has to do is drive a smart race and try to keep all those behind him at bay. Sounds so simple, but it's not that simple, as you see down the front straightaway. Not able to keep the 1 of B.J. Robinson at bay for not even a lap after the restart. B.J. Robinson has been on another planet and been in another zip code. There's no doubt about it. Won a Mississippi Challenge Series race at Magnolia 2 Saturday nights ago. BJ has been on an absolute clinic. The night Dennis Irv Jr. won the Dirt Lake Model Dream, he went to Victor Lane, and the caution is back. As we smash on the loud pedal, BJ Robinson getting into the race lead after that last short, brief green flag run, and he'll set the field off into 1 and 2 and set sail off the exit of 2, and the DP Motorsports PTS Race Engine Power Black Diamond Chassis number 1. Robinson looking to get his first ever Super Series title, and it's going to come down to he and the Catman in 2016. It looks inevitable to this point so far in 2016. It's been the battle between those two. Denny Gabar into the infield at 15. Denny Gabar off the pace. His fun meter's been pegged awfully early in this one. Something a foul on the 15W Club 29 Clements powered race car tonight. So Denny Gabar into the infield. He is done. Put a fork in him. Down the back straightaway in the turn number 3. BJ Robinson, they're rolling right around the hub. Boy, you sure would have liked to see this racetrack widen out by the way it looked in hot laps. You thought these guys would be slicing and dicing to be all over it. If we'd have jumped the green flag at that point of the night or in the afternoon, it would have been something else. All those world classes and so on and so forth have all tucked around the bottom, which you can't blame them for it. They've been right around the most protective and the easiest way around the racetrack to keep other drivers from behind them, to keep them at bay, to make a charge on them. And you're seeing the same exact thing here in the Southern Non-Professional Racing Series A main event, although these cars do have the power to get up top and perhaps try to sweep off that outside and make some gains. But right now it's kind of locked down right around the bottom, taking some rubber. Yeah, it's a part of our sport. We've seen it many, many times. And sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't. And right now, though, these are the kind of races that are won and lost in lap traffic. You got one lane right around the bottom of the racetrack as B.J. Robinson is about to start methodically and meticulously working his way through lap traffic. He's got Nick Brown at Equipment, Louisiana, rather. Sorry about that, folks. And the 29 of Rusty Harris just up ahead, as well as the 101 of David LaFleur. Those will be his next 3 victims to go. A lap down to the caution is back out. Well, a little bit of Collect a Soul to get your heart and your party back started for you. Well, the river flows. Well, B.J. Robinson flows this field of race cars in the super late model main event right around the hub of the Leesville 171 Speedway. He's got the top spot in command comfortably right now by a 3.5 car length advantage as he exits off the 2. B.J. Robinson. Boy, as he turned up the wick in 2016, it's hard to beat a driver with a lot of confidence, and I call it mojo. BJ's got a lot of mojo right now, and it's hard to dethrone a driver with a bushel of confidence, and he has just that. What a powerful performance tonight for the Albany, Louisiana racer, Captain Kurt Lipsey. I think he wants that restart back from 4 restarts ago when he let him get by. Look out, Bueller, midpoint down the back straightaway. Some contact there with the 101. I saw that from a mile away. Oh, you could see that one coming from midpoint of the back straightaway all the way into. We're backing away here with the 1 of B.J. Robinson, who's led every lap but the first one. As the 85 of Captain Kurt Lipsey was the commander of the vessel on lap number 1, but he has failed to relinquish the race lead as he has faded to second. But a nice performance tonight for Captain Kurt Lipsey. And this position right here, separating the 85 between the 5 of the Catman, John Mitchell, and your race leader, B.J. Robinson, is so important for the points chase. If Robinson can go to victory lane and the 85 can keep Catman at bay, that'll tighten up that points gap. Very, very, very close coming out of the night's action into tomorrow. It'll be interesting tomorrow to see how it pans out. You may have a new point leader coming out of this weekend, as John Mitchell comes into this weekend as the point leader only by 4 markers. Lipsey far enough up ahead of the 5 of John Mitchell. Robbie Stewart in the 4th spot and 6R. Alan Tippin in the 5th spot. 2 to go, this time by the Flagstead. B.J. Robinson. The only thing separating he and himself in victory lane is a bad luck biscuit, and I don't expect it to strike on a very well manicured race car. David Peterson takes a lot of pride in his racing program. And the final time in turns 1 and 2 on this opening night, Friday night special here with the Southern Non-Professional Racing Series. In 4 events in the past, there's been 4 different winners tonight. There'll be 5 different winners from Hart, Louisiana. B.J. Robinson to victory lane here at Leesville. Winner tonight, $1,500 for the DP Motorsports, OWC, Olin Shocks and Springs, TWM Racing Products, David's Transmissions, Extreme Graphics by J-Rod, the Clements Racing Powered, Black Diamond chassis number 1. He's on a roll. B.J. Robinson in victory lane here at Leesville. How about it, B.J.? Goodness gracious, what a year it's been for you and this race team. You come in tonight, 4 markers out of the race lead, or for the point lead. Mitchell finishes 3rd tonight. Not sure how focused you are on the point stuff right now, but an absolute performance tonight. Lipsy leads lap number 1. You get by him, and boy, this number 1 car was hooked up right around the hub.
Yeah, it's been good. We built this car new at the beginning of the year. We've had a lot of rainouts and haven't got to race a whole lot. I think tonight makes our 12th night. I've had a couple of bad luck races, and I think this makes feature number 4. So anytime you can go and win against any of these guys here or win a race, period, no matter where you're at, it's always good.
And just like that, last weekend, I mean, you won up in Magnolia. I mean, you've been on a tear no matter if you're checking in with Mississippi with the Mississippi Challenge Series. B.J. Robinson seems to find victory lane. I always tell racers, you got to have a lot of confidence, man. I think you got a lot of that right now. Some mojo on the side of this B.J. Robinson, if you will.
Yeah, definitely. It's anytime, like I say, you can go and be competitive at every place you go and feel like you got a shot to win the race. It's always good. I can't thank everybody enough. My wife and my 2 little girls and everybody that helps out. Alan at the shop and Rodney, Mr. David and Jack and Tony. He drives the truck up and down the road so we don't have to. So everybody helps out. It takes a whole team to make it all happen.
One thing here, what is it about Leesville that you're really good here? You won here in the modified. You won the $1,000 unsanctioned event here last year. Was it a sense of redemption as well to come back here after that Bayou Bash? I know you got passed on the last lap. I don't mean to bring that up by Garrett Alverson, of course, but a solid second that night. But what is it about Leesville? You get around this place very well.
I couldn't tell you. We came down here a long time ago in a modified, and I really wasn't ever good. But it seems like every time we've been here in the late model, with the exception of one night, we've won or run second. Lap traffic plays a big role with this place. But heck, like I say, anytime you can win, it's always good.
Congratulations to you, B.J. Well-deserved victory tonight.
Thank you.
Give it up for him, Leesville 171 Speedway, B.J. Robinson in victory lane here with the Southern United Professional Racing Series. Second tonight is Captain Kurt Lipsy. Kurt, strong second place tonight. You led lap number 1, and, well, B.J. got around you there, and it was kind of hard to make gains from that point.
Oh, I'm just tickled to death to be able to run with these 2 guys. I mean, they've been dominant all year, and we've been kind of struggling, and look like we headed in the right direction now.
You snapped that 13, I hate to bring this up, you snapped that 13-year winless drought last year at Greenville, of course, and you've been up front, man. You've had some really good runs, like at Lone Star last year. That bad luck biscuit can't seem to shake the 85, but tonight, not the case.
Oh, well, that's just racing, and we're just happy that we can get out here and do this. We own a real tight budget, and we're just happy to be here.
Tell us everybody it helps you out on the race car.
Well, Litton Motorsports, G&L Builders, of course, my business, Kurt Lipsy Trucking, Crown Metals, and Schaefer's Cabinets.
Very well deserved run, Kurt. Just keep knocking them down, man. You're going to be back up here.
Oh yeah, we're going to keep jabbing at it, and hopefully we'll get one.
Just real quick, how many years you been racing now?
Shoot, I've been racing since I think I've been racing about 25 years.
There might be a little snow on the roof, but the fire still burns deep inside, folks. Give it up for from Abilene, Louisiana, Captain Kurt Lipsy. Third tonight, the 2-time reigning series champion of the Catman, John Mitchell. John, well, strong third place finish tonight. Good for the points. You come in here with a 4-point advantage over BJ. Focused on that at all, or tell me about the run tonight?
Oh, not really. We're just racing here. That little old motor we got in this car is pretty weak, a little spec motor, so we're going to try to tune on that thing next couple of weeks so we can keep up with these guys.
I think John Mitchell's game plan, you're going to show up and race, and you hope to win, and the points fall where they may.
Yeah, you can't worry about that deal. We just working on our program a little bit, swapping cars around and stuff like that. We wasn't real good tonight, though. I ain't impressed.
Are you kind of frustrated, though? I mean, that says a good thing, though, about how far your racing programs came. If you're frustrated with a third place, and that's got to be a good thing, too, in a sense.
Yeah, I've been under the weather a little bit today and hadn't felt real good. And I don't know, these places rubber like this, and it shows, our motors come out in that deal. And we've been down on horsepower a little bit, so I don't know. We can see if we can pep our motor program up and keep up with some of these guys got these good motors.
They got these factory stocks about to roll out. I do want to give you an opportunity to thank each and every person that helps you out on this race car. You're deserving of that.
Yeah, at WW Timber, Dowden Logging, Murphy & Son Timber, Healthcare Express, Kaiser Manufacturing, Integra Shocks. There's a lot of them help us get here.
Last thing, what's up with the mod tonight? How do you like being back behind the wheel of one?
We're just playing around a little bit. Might run it next week, but kind of rusty. I ain't been in one in a while.
That Mars race car. Well, I think you can figure it out. Doug Murphy Memorial, though, 5,000 next Sunday at Architects.
Yeah, it's a good piece. Just need some more laps.
Good talking with you, John. Good run here tonight.
Thanks.
Texarkana racer John the Catman Mitchell comes home third, the two-time reigning series champion. Everyone left at Leesville, give each of these top three competitors a big round of applause. They deserve it. You'll see them all back here tomorrow night.
Daniel Jones in car number 9. Here we go. Check out car number 40, Jeff Lewis, as he pulls the left front tire all the way through the corner. He dives down to the bottom of the track. They're going too wide all the way down the track. Number 37, Mickey Steele is your leader. Pork chop, Kyle Bassett, car number 11 in second, then the 535. That is Luke Graves in third. Car number 4, Randy Wheeler. And Jeff Lewis is dropping back in 40.
Oh, there's Steve off the exit of turn number 2. Is Luke Graves the inside of 11, and Mickey still trying to run away up front of Pollock in 37. Luke Graves goes to second of the 4-powered hot chassis. You got a pair of hot chassis running 1 and 2. Hot chassis running 1, 2, and 3 right now.
All right, Mickey Steele, car number 37 continues to lead. The 535, Luke Graves drops back to the second, the 4-powered car. Then it's Randy Wheeler, car number 4 in third. Dakota White, car number 15. It's side by side for 5th.
That's number 4. I tell you, Jeff Lewis has sunk like an anchor in this one. Not very characteristic, but you know what? He wasn't going to go without fighting tonight. He set that 40 car up on the outside. He went backwards, but he wasn't going to give it up without a lack of effort. He's trying to still get it on that outside. Luke Graves trying to reel in your race leader, though.
Jeff Lewis just bit the bullet, man. I thought he was going to be taken up. He kept on going. He kept it straight. He went to the high side like Zach Clark just said. He went straight to the back. Well, we're going to see what we can do from here. Mickey Steele, still your leader.
I think it's just a matter of time before Luke Graves kisses the tail feather of the 37 of Mickey Steele. Mickey Steele, if he had a rear view, he might not want one. He might go ahead and bash it off the top. And we got one bull in the infield, no harm, no foul. We stay clean, we stay green. Still your leader coming into turns 1 and 2, but you got lap traffic ahead, Steve Kate, and you got a hot and heavy, fast 535 of Luke Graves in hard pursuit of the top spot here in the turn number 3.
Mickey Steele, car number 37. He is your leader right there, number 1. Luke Graves, car number 535. He's closing in. Here we go. Working our way through lap traffic.
Mickey Steele disposes of the lap traffic down the backside of that. Opens up the gap. Here comes Graves. Luke Graves knocked out of the back door for the top spot next time by. They are all over it. Luke Graves. Trying to make the 37 of Mickey Steele roll over in his grave. Yeah, turn number 3 still holds off the challenge.
Watching the top 2. We got a good race with 3rd and 4th back here between Randy Wheeler and Dakota White. Dakota White, he's over the number 3 spot.
It's about to be a hotly contested battle for the top spot. You got racing all over the racetrack, but right now the eyes are on the front leaders. Mickey Steele from Pollock, Louisiana, going to try to hold up the 535 of Luke Graves, who has him dialed in his crosshairs. You got hot chassis running 1, 2, 3 right now. Tracy Harris in the 4th spot on 18.
Don't forget Dakota White. Dakota White is always a strong car.
And more lap traffic up ahead of your leaders. They're going to approach them fast and in a hurry. Luke Graves finding a better entry than 37 of Steele. He's all over his back bumper. They'll dispose of the lap traffic over Shaw. Caution is out. The caution is out on the 11.
On the back straightaway, he is your leader. Luke Graves, Dakota White in 15. Here we go. Take it away, Zach Clark.
Dakota White got sneaky. Dakota White snuck up in there. Just when I didn't realize it, Dakota White snuck inside of the top 3, got around the 4 of Wheeler and broke up that tango, the 1, 2, 3 tango of those hot chassis. As right now it's a pair of hots 1 and 2. Luke Graves about to get all over the back bumper, and around goes 1 and 3 for us Harris. The Tracy's Lawn Care, 18 of Tracy Harris. Unfortunately, tonight, who were basically getting free admission to the racetrack. I see from that vantage point as well. But, you know what? It's a free country, isn't it? And the lights are back out, and I have no problems with what you got going on here. Off of 2, Luke Graves trying something, and David Edwards got knocked out of the rubble there, and he'll fade back to 5th. Randy Wheeler into the 4th spot. Dakota Wyatt 3rd off of 4th. Luke Graves still, and Mickey still your leader. Steve Cape at the line.
I think William Gonzalez has got some front-end problems on the 18 car, but hey, he's going to continue on. I think it's time to park that thing. Meanwhile, your leader, Mickey Steele, car number 37, along with him, car number 535 in the 2nd spot.
It's heating up, 2 to go. 1.5 laps to go now down the back straight, and the caution's out. Oh my. Oh boy. The caution for that. But they're catfishing at the bottom of the river here tonight, and it's Luke Graves trying to hunt down and on a good restart. They make contact. Contact on the restart. A little bit of a fender bender. The front bumper of the 535 gets into the top feather of the 37 of Mickey Steele for the top spot. And it should be 2 laps to go this time by the... Oh, no, white flag is out. 1 lap to go here at Leesville, Steve Cape. In a 1 and 2 for the final time. Luke Graves looking to pull the trigger. He'll shoot another blank off of 2 down the back straightaway. Final time in the third 3, and the caution maybe back out. Luke Graves holds the third, and either the caution's coming out though, regardless. And Mickey still your winner tonight. Not sure. 4. And John the Catman Mitchell, the lights are out. 15 laps, here we go.
Into turn number 1, it's Tim Boudreaux.
And Whittington going to get the whole shot off the exit of 2 as Boudreaux got a little loose off the exit of 2. Steve Cape and opened up the door for Whittington to go by, and he's got the race lead. And Simmons over Motorsport. I thought we might have an original restart, but no harm, no foul. We stay clean, we stay green. John Mitchell working to the inside of the 94 down the back straightaway, take over the 5th spot in the 3. Whittington, your race leader, off of 4.
Car number 5, Vider, Texas, your current leader. Then car number 6 in the 2nd spot. And out of Houston, Texas, Tim Boudreaux, car number 7 in the 3rd spot. The battle right now for 4th, 5th, and 6th.
Of course, the first time the Catman John Mitchell is behind the wheel of an open wheel modified in quite some time. But he just said he'll be behind the wheel of 19 next Sunday evening at the Arcotech Speedway for $5,000 on the line. For the 10th annual Doug Murphy Memorial honoring Doug Murphy, the man who meant so much to so many people here in this region of dirt modified racing. And it'll be a major tribute to him up at Arcotech next Sunday evening. Boudreaux still holds on to the 3rd spot, plays on 2nd, and around goes one right in front of your field. The caution is out with John O. Whittington, your lead. So here we go.
Here we go. Fired off out of turn number 4. Here goes John O. Whittington. Plaisance out of Marthaville, Louisiana. Car number 6 in the 2nd spot. Tim Boudreaux.
Colton McDonald said, they said in Burger King, you can have it your way, but I'm Colton McDonald, and watch this. Hey, I don't appreciate that too much. Okay, bud. See ya. That's what's going on there, or why Jamie's not. Maybe he's back out of town working. We'll find out. As we're back on the lap pedal, John O. Whittington leads them into 1 and 2. Kyle plays on comfortably in 2nd. Boudreaux in 3rd. John Mitchell in 4th. Denby in 5th.
Down the back straightaway, it's John O. Whittington, car number 5. WC leader, Kyle Plaisance, car number 6 in the 2nd. Tim Boudreaux, car number 7 in 3rd.
Pretty much nose to tail right now, rolling the hub of the racetrack, just like on that super late model event, as Boudreaux now getting some pressure there for the 3rd spot into turn number 3. John Catman Mitchell working to the inside. Of course, Catman, he's won some big modified racing in his career. He finished 2nd, as a matter of fact, in the 10,000 to win Doug Murphy Memorial several years ago. But he's always been a Garrison Racing Team man. GRT race cars built by Joe Garrison out of Greenbrier, Arkansas, of course. And the 15 of Tracy Denby Jr. Fun meters and peg. He's broken off the pace, trying to get out of harm's way in 15, but will he get the job done? He's out of harm's way. As John O. Whittington is setting a blistering torrid pace around the Leesville 171 Speedway tonight in 5 dub.
John O. Whittington, car number 5, W, still your leader. Now not sure what happened to Tracy Denby. He got bumped into the tire a while ago. He pulled the car off on his own power. Kyle Plaisance, car number 6 in the number 2 spot. John Mitchell, car number 18 is third.
Still all John O. Whittington down the back straightaway into turn number 3. The laps are clicking down quicker and quicker as he sets off blistering laps here at the Speedway. Next time by, it should be 2 laps to go for your race leader from Fighter. You got Texas, followed by Louisiana and Texas. Texas, Louisiana in this one. This time, it'll be the white flag in front of your race leader from Fighter, John O. Whittington. Jumping the Bob Pierce race car chassis 5W out of Fighter. Final time, off of 2, down the back straightaway. Plays not comfortably in second over John Mitchell. But for the final time, off of turn number 4, a face full of checkered flag, John O. Whittington to victory lane. Now plays on second in the 6X and third.
Away with Matt Ebarb on the pole. Tyler Harris outside of him. We're fixed to go 15 laps. Here we go. Matt Ebarb, car number 10. He got a great run as they come up at turn number 4. Down the back straightaway, car number 55 to the number 2 spot. That's Brandon Anderson. Here comes Harrison, car number 24T. They're stretching out pretty quick. The race is back to the back of the pack. Car number 57 and 25. Swallow and 25. Gavin's in car number 57. All right, keep it going here. Matt Ebarb, car number 10, your current leader. Brandon Anderson, 55 in second. Here comes Tyler Harris in 24T. Harris, out of Ida, Texas, currently sits in the 3rd spot. These cars are all over the track. Anderson, car number 6A, trying to get to the number 3 spot, trying to take that away from Harris. However, he's got Harris's brother, Jacob Harris, car number 26. He's in the 6th spot. Matt Ebarb, car number 10, starting to work his way through leap traffic all the way to the top of the track. Heflin off the pace, Salmons to the infield. Ebarb, car number 10, your leader. Anderson, car number 55, in the 2nd spot. The 25 car is a lap down. Harris, car number 24T, trying to get around. Looking for a slide job as they go into turns number 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway. Anderson still in the 2nd spot. Ebarb is checked out with the lead. We got 2 laps to go. We're going flag to flag. There goes for the slide job. Harris tries it, car number 24T. Will pick up the white flag for Matt Ebarb as it comes down the straightaway. Harris goes for the slide job. Gets shut down by Anderson. Into turn number 1 and 2, down the back straightaway for your leader. Here comes your leader off of turn number 3 and 4 for the win. Matt Ebarb, your winner.
Yeah, did they start at a different point on the racetrack? I was trying to figure out what was going on there.
It's Dennis Martin, car number 01, your leader. The 41 car of Michael Roy tonight in the number 2 spot.
These look like muscle stingers, though. These things look beefed up like they got racing tires on them. We got bone stock ones, like we just opened it up at Timberline Speedway over in Corley, Texas. And Arklatex, and the feature winner at Arklatex a few weeks ago, I asked him how much he had in the car. About $780.
Yeah, there's a little bit more in these cars here. They're required to run race tires all the way around, bead locks on the right rear. They're really a pretty safe car. Heck, these cars are actually good enough. Heck, the Ben Benchman took his car last year. He took one of these Stingers and went and ran at the Lone Star 600 with the big cars, and he did pretty good.
We're used to seeing a larger field here at Leesville. Last year, or 2 years ago when I came down, there was like 20 or so of these bad boys. There was 23 of them last time I was at Timberline up at Corley. And they put on a really exciting race because it's like me or Out of the grandstand inside of a race car. I always say I'm just a fan armed with a microphone. But picture yourself. Look at this. Over the race lead down the back straightaway.
We got a race down the back straightaway. Michael Roy. Watch how they pull the left rear tire.
Hey, I'll get excited about it. If they go door to door and they want to put on a race for me, then by golly, we'll talk good about them. The 01, that thing looks like it just came straight out of the dealership.
That number 41 car, that's Michael Roy. He's about 65, 67 years old.
That 41 car is for sale if anybody's looking to go fast in a sport compact. That 41's for sale. I guarantee you it won't cost you any more than 1,500 bones.
These are actually the higher end of the Chevy Cobalts. All these cars are SS's, and I found out the Chevy Cobalt Ss, if you're driving down the road and you see one that's got 5 lug nuts, that means SS. It's the more beefier suspension, a lot better car. The Benjamins, they really built this class here up. They since gone on to the street stock class, but they've always been a good class here at 171 Speedway.
You know, you never know who the future in the sport's going to be. They could come out of this class. They could come out of be an upstart modified driver, or they could come out of the junior rookie limiteds like R.C. Hagan did. You just never know how your new racers are going to be formed here throughout the great state. And, of course, the white flag is out, though, here for your cruiser feature race of the night. Stingers.
Now, you're saying that car's for sale. It's been for sale for probably about the last year and a half, so I don't even notice that anymore. Apparently nobody wants to buy it, but the car's running out front.
The most affordable and most economical way to get into the racing in victory lane is 41. Here we go, Steve Cape.
Morgan, car number 30. He's sitting out front, but he's got Joey Dowden looking to the outside.
Is Gary Morgan related to the Milkman?
Yeah, that's his daddy.
Oh, it's the Milkman's dad. So it's chocolate milk.
The Milkman is now the crew chief for his dad for all these years. Gary was... Here we go, Gary Morgan out in front. He's looking for his first ever feature win.
Final race of the night here at Leesville, and they're dooted over the race lead as a log jam back there from 4th on back. And down the back straightaway, trying to find that high side to come to fruition here through 3 and 4. You can throw a blanket over your top 3 right now at the flag stand. Steve Cape, who you got?
All right, so Blake Seals, he does away with the Milkman's dad. Then we got Joey Dowden, he's up to the number 2 spot. Gary Morgan drops to 3rd. Oh, a little bit of beating and banging down the back straightaway. Everybody's all clean and green. Here we go. Take it away, Zach.
Back down the front boulevard we go.
Joey Dowden, car number 98, still your leader. Blake Seals, car number 98.
Oh, hard contact. Oh, more hard contact. Oh, and that's what you call a Walmart in a Target parking lot. There's no doubt about that.
Coming into turn number 3 and 4. We'll go green flag racing this time. We're off and running. Blake Seals leads them into turn number 1 and 2. Joey Dowden to 2nd. Jackson Richardson, car number 25 and 3rd. Oh, Worm gets the 5-car shot. Everybody's happy. Morgan, car number 30 gets loose coming through turn number 3 and 4. Blake Seals, car number 98, your leader, Joey Dowden, car number 85 in 2nd. He's checked out with a big old lead here. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Joey Dowden, car number 98. Big collection action over here in turn number 3 and 4. Turn number 3 and 4. Here we go down the front straightaway. Blake Steele's going to bring him down, and here we go. The 85 in the number 2 spot. He's going to bring Jackson Richardson, car number 25 in 3rd. Warren Botley, car number 9 in the 4th spot. And Gary Morgan back up to 5th. Into 3 and 4 down the front straightaway. Steele's going to lead them. Steele still your leader as they go down the back straightaway. Check out Jackson Richardson, car number 25. He's starting to look to the inside of Dowden. White flag will come up there. Dowden drifts high. Jackson Richardson to the inside. We got a battle for second. Whoa! Big pileup on the front straightaway.
3, 2, 1, smash. We're here with Pineville, Louisiana racer, or is it Pollock? Pollock, Louisiana racer in the hot chassis, number 37, Mickey Steele, the man of steel, and, well, comes up victorious here tonight at the Leesville 171 Speedway on the Friday night 2-day extravaganza here with the Southern United Professional Racing Series. Mickey got a new paint scheme here this weekend on the car, and, boy, she come out looking like a rose.
Yeah, come out good. I'm happy with it. Dustin Hillman's took over hot chassis now. He's doing all the bodies, and he's doing a really good job. I like it. I think a lot of people out there need to look his way and start giving him a little bit more business. But, yeah, I don't know what the hell to say.
One point in this race, hot chassis was running 1, 2, and 3. Like I said, Luke Graves was second, and then, of course, Randy Wheeler was sitting in the 3rd spot at one point in this race. Like you said, kind of back up what you said, Greg Hillman, he's got something really good here at this hot chassis. Of course, you being the house car driver, I suspect you got a really good program here in the works.
Yeah, he's got a few of us in here that's working together, like Chase Breeze, he's working with us, and Randy Wheeler. We all work together to kind of help each other out, and we're getting better and better every week, and hopefully we can get some more wins in the bucket.
Doing double duty tonight, of course, driving the K9 Express race car chassis. Is that? I know you've done that some in your career, but is that kind of taxing on you as a racer?
Yeah, it's tough sometimes. You can't focus on one car the way you need to when you're running 2 of them, but hey, we'll take the good with the bad and roll with it.
You really focus on the factory stock program, of course. Anything tonight that you make, I know you're not going to tell me all your secrets, but I know tonight you had to have learned something you can put to a test here July 8th and 9th, $5,000 on the line here for Battle of the Swamp.
Oh, yeah, we've learned a lot tonight. Kevin DuPont at Dark Horse Racing, he's got me on a set of shocks. That's awesome. I told him to send me something that's dramatic that he just wants to try on something he did, and it's definitely working. He's got me on the ground.
The Karen Crow Louisiana racer, the Dark Horse Racing Shocks, DuPont, they speak for itself. Just like his Facebook said earlier this week, Kevin's work speaks for itself. One of the highest man of integrity in our industry, of course, no doubt about that. Mickey Steele, what's it kind of mean to you, though? This racetrack here, you've had a lot of success at Manny, but it seems like over the last few years, at this particular racetrack, you just seem to rise to the occasion each and every Saturday night.
We've struggled here a lot. Now we finally got the car where it needs to be, and we should have won a lot more races already this year and last year, but just the luck, just bad luck. I've had stuff break that just is unheard of. But I think we got our problem solved. I think we're going to be good, and I think we'll be good tomorrow night.
Is this your favorite? I know it's the dog days of summer. It's some of the hottest times. You got the 10,000 win Battle of Boot Hill, or King of Boot Hill coming up. This is when all the big money's on the line for the factory stock division. Is this your favorite time of the year whenever you can hunt down and you can chase the money? I mean, half of these factory stock races are no entry fee. You pay a pit pass, you get to race for $5 or $10 grand.
That's it, man. It's a blast. I love racing with them guys up there like Justin and his Uncle Brian. I mean, them guys, they don't mess around. If you miss a spring by 25 pounds, you're screwed. And I like that. That's as tough as it gets, and that's what we like to race with.
Factory stock racing is just as far as competitive as I'd say a super late model race. Often tell race fans, I get just as excited announcing a super late model race or a modified race as I do factory stocks. They are just as competitive as any class out there on the market, no doubt about it, man. Factory stock racing is fun to watch. I know the fans really enjoy it as well. Yeah,
I agree 100%. I'm not saying it because I'm in the class, but I don't think there's a class out there more competitive than the factory stock. It's that good a class. Everybody's got the best that money can buy in them, and you got a lot of good drivers in it, but the money that they pay us is worth spending the money on the car.
Just real quick, final thing I ask you, just want to give you an opportunity to thank all your great folks that help you out and all the sponsors here on RaceOnTexas.com.
That'll work. Yeah, Don Cylinder Heads and Race Engines. He's been my motor man since my daddy had died, and he builds an awesome engine. He really does have no problems out of his engines. Greg and Dustin and Barn at Hot Chassis, they've definitely built me a good car. I haven't won the races that the car was capable of winning because I broke, but I can't thank them enough. And Blake Rabelais, with Power Glides by Blake, this transmission, this dude, I don't know what he's doing to them, but they just don't break. And it may break tomorrow night, but I've had very good luck and very, very good success out of his transmissions.
Congratulations to you on getting to victory lane on night number 1. Looking for the sweep tomorrow night, I'm sure.
We're going to try. We're going to try to get the win and the 200 bonus.
Folks, it's Pollock, Louisiana's Mickey Steele coming up in victory lane here on night number 1 of the 2-day extravaganza here with the Southern Non-Professional Racing Series headline of the main event here at Leesville 171 Speedway.